I don't compete with the algorithm. I compete with my purpose. We are living in an extraordinary time. Never before in history has an ordinary person had the opportunity to speak to the entire world from the comfort of their own living room. A smartphone, a camera, a microphone, an internet connection, and that's all it takes. Within seconds, a message can travel across continents, cross borders, and impact thousands, even millions of people. That is an incredible privilege. But it is also an enormous responsibility because when you have a platform, no matter how small it may be, you no longer just have an audience, you have influence, and every influence leaves a mark. The question is not how many people are listening to us. The real question is, what are we planting in the hearts of those who are listening? For a long time, I observed how social media works. I studied the platforms. I analyzed how algorithms behave. I learned about artificial intelligence, digital marketing, communication, video production, storytelling, consumer psychology. And the more I learned, the more I realized something that initially made me uncomfortable. We live in an economy where attention has become one of the world's most valuable resources. Large companies are no longer competing only to sell products. They are competing for seconds of our attention. Every notification, every sound, every video, every photo, every headline, every thumbnail, everything is designed with one goal in mind, to keep us watching. Because the longer we stay in front of a screen, the more profitable the business becomes. And that is when I realized something that completely changed the way I create content. The algorithm cannot distinguish between truth and falsehood. It cannot distinguish between what builds people up and what tears them down. It cannot distinguish between a message that saves a family and a video that simply feeds curiosity, controversy, or unhealthy fascination. The algorithm only interprets behavior. If millions of people click, it shows the content to more people. If millions comment, it pushes it further. If millions keep watching, it distributes it even more. Not because it is right, simply because it captures attention. That is when I realized there were two possible paths. I could become a slave to the algorithm, or I could make the algorithm a tool to fulfill my purpose. I chose the second path because I was not born to chase trends. I was born to build a legacy. And I want to say something with great respect. We live in a society where far too often vulgarity seems to receive more attention than virtue. Superficiality is applauded more than depth. Scandal appears to travel faster than truth. We see content reaching millions of views simply because it appeals to controversy, sensationalism, sexualization, or constant shock value. That can be discouraging, especially when someone spends hours preparing a message designed to strengthen families, inspire marriages, promote emotional healing, or remind people of the importance of faith. Then I ask myself a question. Do I really want to measure my purpose using the same standard that measures entertainment? My answer was no, because attracting attention is one thing. Transforming lives is something entirely different. We are surrounded by content, but we are not always surrounded by content that builds people up. We have more information than any generation in history. Yet at the same time, we are facing one of the greatest crises of anxiety, depression, loneliness, and family breakdown our modern world has ever known. That tells us something important. The problem has never been a lack of information. The problem is a lack of transformation. Most people already know what they should do. Very few find the strength and motivation to actually live it. That is why I decided my content would never revolve around statistics. It would revolve around people, because behind every screen is someone who is struggling. Perhaps a father worried about his children. Perhaps a mother who is emotionally exhausted. Perhaps a young person who has lost all sense of purpose. Perhaps a couple considering divorce. Perhaps someone smiling on the outside while quietly falling apart on the inside. They do not need another video to distract them for 5 minutes. They need hope. They need direction. They need someone to remind them that getting up one more time is still worth it. That is why I talk about family, because no professional achievement can ever replace the embrace of a healthy home. That is why I talk about marriage, because strong relationships are never built by accident. They are built every single day. That is why I speak about emotional health, because no one can sustain a healthy life while carrying wounds that have never been healed. That is why I speak about financial health, because managing our resources wisely is not merely an economic skill. It is an expression of responsibility. It is a way of serving those we love more faithfully. That is why I speak about personal growth, because the greatest enemy we often face is not outside of us. It lives within us. Our pride, our lack of discipline, our constant need for approval, our fear of rejection. And that is why I speak about faith. Because when human strength reaches its limit, hope in God continues to sustain what once seemed impossible. I am not saying that creating meaningful content is easy. Many times it feels like swimming against the current. While some people gain millions of views overnight, those who desire to build something that lasts must learn a word our modern world has nearly forgotten: patience. A farmer understands something every creator should understand. No harvest appears on the same day the seed is planted. First comes the soil. Then comes silence, then the roots, then a tiny sprout. Only after time comes the harvest. The same is true for real impact. We will not always see the results of our words immediately. We may never know who found hope because of one of our messages. We may never meet the young person who decided not to give up, the couple who chose to fight for their marriage, the father who decided to come home, the person who finally sought help, or the individual who rediscovered faith when they thought everything was lost. But just because we cannot measure that impact does not mean it does not exist. Statistics measure reach, God measures transformation, and that changes everything. Today, many people experience anxiety when a video receives too few views, when a post receives very little engagement, when the algorithm stops recommending their content. But I learned something that set me free. My value can never be determined by a number, because a life is not measured by views. It is measured by purpose. I did not come to the internet to compete with other people. I did not come to prove that I am better than anyone else. I did not come seeking fame. I came to serve. I came to plant seeds. I came to bring value where others are only chasing attention. And if one day a message reaches only one person, but that one person finds hope, then that message has already fulfilled its mission, because history has never been changed only by crowds. More often than not, it began with one person who chose to believe. That is why I will continue learning. I will continue studying. I will continue improving my communication. I will continue using artificial intelligence as a tool to serve people more effectively. I will continue refining my audiovisual production, but I will never allow the pursuit of popularity to replace the purpose that inspired me to begin this journey. Algorithms will continue to change. Platforms will continue to evolve. Trends will come and go. But people will always need hope. They will always need truth. They will always need love. They will always need someone to remind them that their family is worth fighting for, that their marriage is worth protecting, that emotional healing is possible, that personal growth is attainable, and that God is still worthy of their trust. That is the kind of content I want to create. Not content that simply collects views, but content that leaves lasting footprints. Not content that entertains for a few seconds, but content that walks with someone for a lifetime. Because when all of this is over, no one will remember which algorithm was trending, but people will remember who stood beside them when they desperately needed a word of hope. And as long as God gives me life, I will continue planting with excellence, with discipline, with humility, with gratitude, and with the unwavering conviction that no seed planted with love, integrity, and purpose ever falls on barren ground. Perhaps I will never become the most viral creator, but if I can become one of those who contributes the most, inspires the most, and serves the most, then I will have fulfilled the very purpose that led me to turn on a camera and share my voice with the world.